Yo, what's up everyone? Welcome back. Jamie here today with Nathan, and we're going to be talking about Jason X, which was released in 2001, 8 years after Jason Goes to Hell. And speaking of hell, I mean, it starts off, the title sequence is in hell, innit?
We finally got what Jason Goes to Hell promised.
That's all we got it for, was the title sequence. I would have liked to see him in hell a little bit, but, you know.
If there's a thing like, oh, his soul is constantly being ripped apart, that's why he can't die or something, but no.
A lot of people hate this film, don't they? But I think it's better than some of the other ones, to be honest.
See why people would hate it, but I can also vouch for it more than I can for other ones.
So we'll get into it. It starts off pretty cool. It's like the Crystal Lake Research Facility, and they got Jason like chained up and shit. It looks more human, doesn't it? Like you see Kane Hodder's like hair growing out and shit, and he definitely looks more human.
The only reason why I think he looks more human is because he's gone so long without being set on fire or stuff like that. His body's actually had a chance to heal.
Which would make sense in a way, wouldn't it? I guess. Because they also talk about like how they've kept him there for 2 years, and they're trying to like figure out what his powers are, and they keep killing him different ways, and he just doesn't die. I mean, that's good. I do like the background of the building. Obviously, he escapes and he kills the guards, doesn't he?
He makes a mockery of them. Yeah, this is the first time we really see, though, how immune to damage he really is, because if it's not dismembering him, he just carries on.
Basically, they had the plan. They was going to freeze him anyway, wasn't they? It's like it was just all of a sudden they were going to do that. So.
If you can't get rid of him, just stop him at that point. It's the best they could have done.
And she ends up shooting him into the freezing chamber, doesn't she? But he stabs her through it.
Like, oh no, whatever will I do? Puncture wound.
And we go years later into the future. We get these students with the teacher, I guess, looking like half steampunk, half something else, and they decide to get Jason out of the chamber because, you know, why not? They also find her as well, don't they? And she's been stabbed and frozen. But apparently they got the technology to bring her back.
Yeah, that's fine. It really works. Space age technology. We don't understand it because it's not of our time. It's fine.
And then like that dopey guy makes Jason fall down and he cuts his arm off. And that introduces more into the tech because they're, you know, instantly they're able to do it back, I guess.
Instant pain relief, and they just sort of stick a really good plaster on him.
It's full on sci-fi, this film at this point, but you know, I'm not hating it. It's something different. It's just it's not really scary though, is it? But you know,
I really liked it. Like, there's only so many times you can have, let's go to the woods and do heinous things before you need something new, and this was something very new.
True, and it didn't drag either. And like you said, it's not just people wandering around the camp for like 20 minutes with nothing going on. I mean, it does drag at certain points, but it's not like full on Friday fucking part 2 or 3 or something. So they take Jason and the girl onto the ship, don't they? And they start reconstructing the girl. And we find out the year is, what is it, 2455.
Like 450 years in the future.
And then the leader of the ship, he finds out Jason's worth a lot of money, doesn't he? So he decides he's going to regenerate Jason as well, I guess.
Money's the root of all evil, I guess.
Even 400 years into the future.
Did you know money bad?
And then we get probably the most iconic kill inside this film, innit? When Jason wakes up with the head freezing.
It's the one I always think of, because it's quick, but you remember it being longer, because it's just grab by head, liquid nitrogen, smash.
Yeah, but it's a really, I mean, it really does stand out, that kill. I wish we would have got it in the Friday the 13th game, you know, before the lawsuit. He would have added Uber Jason and all that. That'd have been good.
I want
a fucking figure of him as well. I want Uber Jason as a figure because he does look sick. And then we get the is it a VR game or AR? I don't fucking know. But
it would be a VR.
VR, and they're playing the VR game with these massive ass dinosaurs, and then Jason walks in, slices the guy in half, and then they stop the simulation. I mean, imagine what Jason's thinking, man. Like, he's been frozen for 400 years, and they start fucking with him later on as well.
Like, I feel sorry for Jason Phil, because you started up, it's just like, what? I've killed you 5 times. Stop it.
And then he starts stealthily killing the guards, doesn't he, for a bit.
Oh, that neck crack, what he delivers, like, when they're hunting him down, he sneaks up on one of them. Don't know how Jason sneaks up, but he comes around and he just cracks his neck, but he doesn't quickly do it. Is click, 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 click. As you hear it snap, it's just so good.
And eventually he's shot and impaled on a spike, and then the guy's like, oh yeah, I got him. He gets off and he just cuts the guy in half.
You don't think he cuts him in half, you think he just like slashes him across the chest, and the next frame is our guy crawling on the floor, half a body. It's like, oh good lord.
At least it's not an off-screen kill like in most of the other ones.
Funny enough, when we started watching the film, I thought, nah, this film isn't as gory as the other ones. And then it's just all this loveliness.
Eventually, he kills the pilot of the ship, doesn't he? And they go crashing through the fucking, what is it, the docking station where they were supposed to be going.
I fucking love it, because you've got one of the students, she's like totally distraught. After they go through it, it then blows up on the screen behind them, and she's like, can we turn around? Can we still go back? Honey, bitch, no, it's gone.
It's gone, there's nothing left.
It has ceased to exist.
Then we get the, well, I haven't mentioned, there's a robot in there, what one of the students have made. What's the name? KM robot or something like that.
KM16, something. All I remember is she don't have nipples before the upgrade.
And she starts fighting with Jason, doesn't she? And she just shoots the fuck out of him. He goes flying from these bullets, man.
Here's the thing what I don't get. She has a machine gun, 2 machine pistols, and what looks to be a shotgun. The 2 before mentioned guns just like slightly make him stagger, but this shotgun absolutely takes limbs off. Maybe start with that gun. Maybe get the job done in the first half.
You saved the best for last, though, you know.
I know, but it felt dumb to me.
Building up the tension and shit. It's like in Dragon Ball Z, like, why not just start with your finishing move or wrestling?
Oh no, 10 minutes of screaming.
But yeah, like you said, she shoots him, what was it, the shotgun. First it's the arm in it, and then the leg, and then finally the head, and then Jason's just fucking blown to bits at this point.
Gone. But wait, there's more.
Yeah, wait. The machine suddenly turns on now. Either this was an act of God, it was electricity again, like in part 6. I don't know, but the machine came on.
Nature wants a monster, and she chose Jason.
So the machine comes on and it regenerates him, doesn't it?
But I love it though, because if you read it's giving little diagnoses. It's like patient dead, then it stops. It goes patient medical need, because Jason technically can't die at this point. So it's like realizing, oh, he can still be saved. No head, but it can be saved. And oh boy, the upgrade, what it gives him.
Oh yeah, he's bulletproof as well, and she tries shooting him and it just bounces off. And I mean, he needed that for a while because he's took a lot of bullets throughout the series, man.
Bulletproof, stagger-proof, fucking go gadget machete, fucking Jesus. He is stacked, my guy. Stacked.
And they take him in the VR game, don't they, to Crystal Lake, and it's just a full-on meta thing. You got 2 girls there, just like, oh yeah, we want premarital sex and we want to smoke weed and just get naked and all that. So he picks one of them up and beats somebody the other one.
It's just funny how he goes like, how's he doing over there? Whack, whack, whack. And then he just turns to the tree and smashes the back off one. And it's like, damn, he works quick.
It basically ends with Jason being taken away in space by one of the guards, doesn't it? They just shoot away together. You get some weird, like, you know, green screen, and then he falls into a lake. And I don't know what planet it was. They look like Earth, but didn't they say Earth was, or was it Earth 2? I don't remember.
There'll be some colonized planet.
And they're like, oh, let's go and check it out. And Jason's mask falls to Jason's mask falls to the bottom of the water.
Which has actually got to suck because that mask was fused to his face.
Overall rating, what are you going to give Jason X?
I'm going to give it an 8. It was the first Jason film I ever saw. It's just a fun watch. I just enjoy it. So yeah, 8.
I'm going to give it a 6. It's definitely better than some of the other ones, and it doesn't really drag that much. I'm just not really a big sci-fi guy, but I do enjoy it, though. I do enjoy it.
That's alright, because we're on to the best one.
Yeah, exactly. Speaking of next week, Freddy vs. Jason, which, again, some people don't like, and I'm like, what the fuck? But we'll get into it next week.
Built differently.
Make sure you like and subscribe if you're new. Check out Nathan's social links down below. Until next week, in a bit.